landing in your body in this very moment as if you have just come in for the first time or as if you have always been there and nowhere else. Hold on. Yeah, so coming into, wait, why? Hold on. Oh no, I'm having issues. I'm having plumbing issues with my, here we go, with my YouTube. All right. As if you've just arrived in your body, or as if you've been here for your entire life, which guess what? You have. Some of the cells in your body are there from the beginning. A lot of the cells in your body uh are dying and coming back. Like there's a lot of change, but some of the cells are there for pretty much your whole life. So and where, but we're not just talking about cells, we are talking about awareness. So coming from your awareness, the part of you that was born on the planet and the part of you that will be there until the very end. So we're going to start with some breath work. We're going to do some inhale, exhale. Do this seated. Don't do it driving a car. Ideally, you're never trying to take my class driving a car. Like I got to say, that would be about the stupidest thing ever. However, you never know. People never cease to surprise me in both their amazingness and their stupidity. So don't do it. If you're driving a car, be seated. With the breath work, there is the tiniest possibility of passing out. And like if I fell off my ball and passed out, it probably would be okay. I probably wouldn't hurt myself. But like if I was standing and passed out, I might hurt myself. So we want to be seated doing the breath work. That's the whole thing. We're going to do a big inhale through your nose, exhale, maybe through your mouth, maybe through your nose. You might want to have tissues on hand. I can feel this is going to be a snot blowing festival of snot. So do what you got to do. Tissue on hand. In and out for, let's go for 12. And then we're going to do a big inhale and another big exhale, 13. And then on the 14th one, we're going to inhale and hold. We'll do a short breath hold. If it's possible to draw your pelvic floor in and up, the bandhas, if you know what they are, drawing in and up, drawing in and up, closing. That's the movement, right? Don't hurt yourself. On a bandha level, on a one scale of 1 to 10, you want to be doing like a 5 or a 6. We're not trying to, but just a little bit of engagement. Oh my goodness. There's someone who I don't even know who it is in my waiting room. I guess I'm not going to let them in unless one of you just is Matthew Robinson. Is that you? Do you want me to let you in? Do it again because it just went away. Hold on. Where did it go? It disappeared. You got to do it one more time. I'm like, wait a minute. This is wild. Yeah, close it out and come in again and I'll let you in. You don't need to close out your one. In the meantime, let's start breathing. I'll let you in as it happens. Big breath in. Inhale, everything out. Exhale. Inhale in and hold. Draw in and up. Engaging the bandhas. Gentle breath hold. If you need to breathe, breathe. But if you can hold it a little longer, another 15 seconds. Good. And exhale everything out. Inhale, big fill up. 5-second breath hold. Exhale, let it go. Just turn your head from side to side gently, looking one way, looking the other way, taking in the environment, the shapes, the colors, the light, the shadow, the living things, the life, and the effulgent display all around you. Taking it in, telling your brainstem you're safe, safe enough to do this again. Here we go. Let's go for our 12 with the big inhale, exhale, and then an inhale, hold. Everything in, everything out, everything in. Engage the bandhas and hold. Relax, let it out. Soft, gentle exhale. Short inhale. Short breath hold. Exhale, let it go. So one thing we're doing when we're engaging the bandhas, we want to think that we've got this part of us that's like engaging and drawing in, but the outside of us is relaxing and softening. So we're working with a combo of some tension and some relaxation, which I would say probably most people at all times are in a combo of some tension and some relaxation, right? There are muscles that are just always engaged to help us, like, or they're always working, like our diaphragm, right? Inhaling, exhaling, it is working most of the time. And then there's other muscles that don't have to do so much most of the time. But we want to think of this dynamic movement between that, what's engaged, and also what's softening and releasing. So we're going to do it one more time. This time, really, you're engaging the bandhas, drawing in and up, if you know what they are, if that feels like something you can do at a level on a 1 to 10 of like a 6, maybe at the most. And the outer body is relaxing as much as possible. And our mind is relaxing as much as possible. And we're hanging out in that stillness just for a little while. Here we go. Big breath in, everything out. Inhale in, engage the bandhas, relax the outer body, hang out in the stillness as best you can. Relax your brain and let go. Relax your bandhas, let it all out. Inhale, short breath hold. Just float in there for a few seconds. Nothing to do, just relaxing. And let it go. And let's do a very gentle bounce. Bouncy, trouncy, bouncy, trouncy. I did not snot all over the place. I thought I was going to, but it was pretty, not very messy at all. Pretty clean. Rubbing your hands together. We're going to do the lymph flush as we bounce. We're going to start the lymph flush. So very gentle bounce. If you have been out walking around and running around and you're a little bit warm already, you might want to leave the floor a little bit. You might want to jump. But if you are still kind of warming up for the day, gentle tissue prep. We don't want to push the body too hard initially, right? We want to give it some bouncy, trouncy movement, some hydration in the joints and the muscles, and then we can push it a little bit more later. Right hand to the left collarbone, working above and below the collarbone very gently, just pulling along here. It's a massage, but not like it's a lymph massage. We're doing this to move fluid and move tissue. We're not doing it to get like myofascial release. That's not really true. We are, but we're not doing it to like deepen into it. Our main goal is to get the fluid moving in this whole area along here so that the subclavian vein can receive the lymph and bring it back through our bloodstream, and then we flush it out through our system. Same thing on the other side, left hand to right, above and below the collarbone, also known as your clavicle. And if you find that you're sore at all in there, be very gentle. We're not trying to shove it into our bodies. We're trying to very gently ask that our bodies soften, release, and work more coherently, meaning our systems are working together for our health. Coming around the angle of the jaw, I'm going to go very gently up here. My fingers are not jamming in, they're very gentle behind my ear, under that angle of the jaw, coming under here. So even our teeth have lymph. And when we're clearing along here, we are moving that lymph. We're going to pull it down. So I'm going to nanu in front and behind of my ear, and I'm just going to pull down. If it's morning for you, there's a good chance that there's glial lymph, also known as lymph. The glial cells in your brain were getting cleaned by the lymph. We want that to come back down and return through this subclavian vein. All right, let's do the 10 little dragons running through the forest, and then we'll do our face. So 10 little dragons running through the forest, getting all your hair follicles, even if you're bald, getting your scalp, moving it so that your skin, you can see, I can move my skin over my cranium so that it's not locking on. There's movement for fluid, right? If things are crunched up and locked together and the fluid's not going to move through there very easily, there's not as much flow. That is when we have more problems. So we want to move that tissue, which is one reason why I don't get Botox or filler or do anything, because I want my system to be able to flow on its own, right? Putting something that locks up a body part in, to my feeling in my body, is a contraindication against health. So I'm just saying, if you do your thing, you do your thing and do what you want to do. But this is one reason why I do not do things like that. All right, next one, we're going to come in right next to the nose, just above. I use the Barbara Walters soft look. Actually, I don't do that on purpose, but Zoom gives you like not the option to live stream with high quality, or maybe it's just me. Anyway, you should be doing this stuff and not looking too closely at me. Do the stuff, be in your body. Don't watch too closely. Coming right next to your nose. You want to know what you're doing, but you don't need the high detail. Bringing that in under your cheekbone. It's so funny how we're so, this whole aging business is such a issue for us culturally. What if we were just okay with it? What if it's like, yep, I have some wrinkles because I am 55. That's what happens. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm 14. Because I am 14 really inside, but I don't need to pretend it or look like it. I'm probably a 14-year-old boy a lot of the time, but sometimes I'm like a 6-year-old bratty girl. All right. Let's do one more place there. It's right above your ear, your little, this is called is it your tragus? Your tragus, this little nub around your ear, slightly above that, a very soft little indentation. Gentle, gentle. You're going to touch in there, make little circles, not pushing hard, pushing very soft. Close your eyes, drop into presence in your own body, feeling what it feels like in there. Let's take a ha sound. So you're going to take an inhale and then like a big sigh, ha, letting it go, letting it out. And again, inhale. Ah, it's okay right now. Just let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go of whatever grippy tension, poopiness you're holding on to. Oh, I've got a little cat down here. Not a little cat, a big cat. Gaylord. One more ha. Deep breath in. Ha. Let it out. Let out some sound. Give your system the information that right now it's okay. It is safe enough. And we will come back to a little bit of energy work right here. Collarbones, just below our collarbones, we have the K27 points. You're going to make little circles. So it should feel like a little soft indentation right there. We're not jamming it, we're just circling, mobilizing the tissue there. It should feel kind of like, I can come into myself. I can find some relief right here. Everything is okay just this minute, right? I can de-armor for a minute. I can take off some of the armor that I need to wear to be in the world. Yay. Softening up for your own system to be more fluid and healthy. All the people in TV land, I haven't been here for 3 weeks. I missed you. I missed doing my classes. I was teaching on a retreat with Michael Taft at Mount Madonna. Oh, Tarzan, if you ever want to do this stuff in person and do a meditation retreat, we're doing another one in December at Mount Madonna with Michael Taft, Deconstructing Yourself. It's a non-dual meditation retreat, which is, he's amazing. It's a Hanuman temple. I have a very nice relationship with the monkey god, and I teach movement. I teach like a movement class every day for an hour. And we do, it's not a very exercisey class, but we do the lymph flush. We do a lot of space stuff. I mean, you might get exercise, but it's really about how awareness lodges itself in our bodies. It lodges, the lodger. All right, we are coming back to the lymph flush. We are going to take our right hand to our left armpit pec. We do the lymph flush, probably like in a week, we'll do it at least 3 times. We do some lob-on space. We do some entering of your body. We kind of mix all the classes that I teach on here into one. And then the other side. And it's definitely a do what you want to do on the retreat. There's a lot of support. There are a lot of TAs, teaching assistants. Michael teaches like 3 times a day. So if you need help in your own meditation practice, if you want to have like a understanding of what you are doing, what you might want to do, you might want to go. It's in December. I think it's the 12th to the 19th of December, 2025. All right. And then who knows when we'll do it in 2026, coming in and up. But I feel like we're pretty connected. So this is Sister Kylie. We're pretty the retreats at Mount Madonna are very much in alignment with who we are, or who I am, who Michael is. In and up. Yeah, so I was at that retreat. I was at another retreat for Dhyan Yoga Center, which is a Kundalini Maha yoga tradition. And then I was also hanging out with Michael Taft and his family for a week. In and up into your inguinal fold. So while I say I have not done my own class during that time, I have done the lymph flush pretty close to every day, right? This is a very good daily practice. You can do it in the shower. It doesn't have to be more than a couple of minutes. And then taking it behind the eye of your knee. Around the front of your knees, just give them. So I like to get around in here, moving that tissue. If my knees are hurting, sometimes if I've done a lot in the night, I feel like my knees are hurting. And for me, if I do this, just get that tissue moving around my knee, they tend to uh, adjust in a really positive way that they don't hurt anymore, right? So we can touch our bodies and help our tissue renegotiate the inner space so that our fascia has more spaciousness. Open it up into a big X. Let's elbow to knee, crossing over, taking it on a big side, right? Our puritanical roots as a country often, and not just as a country, as a sort of culture, like we're very anti-touch your own body, right? What are you doing? Why are you touching yourself? But a lot of we have lost our capacity to touch ourselves and each other in like non-sexual ways. I don't know. We haven't entirely lost it, but it's not common in our culture to touch and to be warm and to be like animals with each other. Anyway, like like we could be a pride of lions. We could be, look at elephants. They really hang out in close proximity, especially the females, taking care of each other in tribes, in big groups. And we as humans, it seems like have gotten more and more isolated, certainly in the Western world. How many people live either alone or just with one person, or that's a lot of what we do. Used to live in big families and tribes. All right, let's come in, circles with our pelvis. When we're with other people, we co-regulate, right? In groups. But that is a skill, is not something that is happening that much. Where do we do it? We do it at the football stadium. Yay! Or boxing ring. No, yes, no. Right, where do we get the chance to really move our bodies expressively? Maybe in concerts, definitely in concerts, listening to music, going to the opera, going to a rock show, all that stuff. All right, let's do a little vestibular system stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with our head. Let's start turning. We did it turning from side to side. You can bring your legs back underneath you so you're standing evenly on both legs. Looking around the room. I just drank some coffee. I can feel it. Down and up. Look to the floor, look to the ceiling. I think you can change the tempo that you watch things on YouTube. Not I think, I know you can. So if I am too much of a speed demon, feel free to slow me down. Down and up. And then tilting your ear to your shoulder. Ah. Try it by thinking of lifting one cheekbone to the ceiling. One cheekbone lifts, the other cheekbone lifts. Cheekbone, cheekbone. And then we're going to just do it with our eyes. So eyes looking side to side with your face sitting still. Doesn't have to be super fast. Take it in a tempo that feels good to you. Eyes only. Eyes looking up and down in a tempo that feels good. What would the side tilt be? The side tilt's going to be a little different. We're going to go down to the corner and up to the high diagonal. Down to the corner, up to the high diagonal. So lower corner, higher opposite corner. And then change it to the other one. High opposite corner, lower corner. And we're going to do one more. And that is you're going to let your eyes kind of retreat into your head. So eyes kind of move into the back space. You can close your eyes and then slowly open them, bulge them, open them wide, look forward. Eyes soften and close, retreat into your head, relax, and then they bulge forward, opening into the front space. Take them back, bulge them forward. If you in your life have witnessed a lot of trauma and find that you are hypervigilant a lot and you're looking around to make sure that everything is safe, try softening your eyes and letting your eyes return into your head a little bit so they're not having to work so hard, right? Let your eyes soften. You can also rub your hands together, cup your eyes, break. This will relax your neck a little bit. All right, back into the exercise portion of our class. Let's take it down to the floor, sitting cross-legged on the floor on your butt. I do have my weighted ball here. So you might want to get a weight or a set of weights near you if you have them. If you don't have some weights, get a big heavy book, get something else to hold on to. That weighs 8 pounds. I'm not using it right away, but we're going to get there in a minute. Oh, sitting on the floor. Crisscross applesauce. Stretching side to side. Letting your head go off vertical. Keeping your sit bones connected to the floor. And we're going to circle the whole way around. So take it to the side, round it over to the other side, and open up. Side stretch, taking it forward, over to the other side, open it up. Side stretch, around, and open. If you need to go slower, then go slower, sideways. Yeah, so the first time I didn't get that deep in it as I went forward, and as I'm moving along, it's getting a little deeper each time. Oh, also, I was on like a 24-hour travel, which included riding in the back of a van in a chair that was moving around and had no seatbelt. It was literally a chair on the moving around the back of the van. So I was kind of holding on to the two front seats a lot of that time for about an hour and a half. Thank you, Jay, for the ride. Change it to the other side. Then I was waiting at the airport for a very long time, like how many hours? About 6 hours. 6 hours of waiting at the airport, an overnight flight, change, be in your non-dominant leg, side side stretch. Overnight red-eye flight on which I did manage to sleep, sort of without totally falling over. I kind of slept like that a little bit, circle the whole way around. And then I was like, took the train into New York City, took the bus upstate. But everything that I took, like it was never just there. I always had to wait for quite a while before getting the next ride, whatever it was, or the next thing happened. So I finally made it upstate yesterday afternoon, probably having had like a grand total of 4 hours of sleep. And I must say, I'm really happy to be home. Let's take it forward. I had a great time. It was awesome. And 3 weeks is just a little bit too long uh, to be away from my familia, known as Anthony and the cats. Take it down and let's do the butt massage, right? Letting the bones of your pelvis, your big pelvic bones, your ischium, and your femur head have some movement so that the tissue moving in there is getting massaged out. I'm going to do this sideways. So my feet are wide. If you are a woman, this is like when you go to the gynecologist, that position, side to side, massaging out your butt, your glutes, your sacrum, maybe even your tailbone a little bit. It's not that the bones need the massage so much, it's that the tissues connecting to the bones need the massage, right? Your glutes, your rotators, your piriformis. But what happens when we're weighting the bones in this different relationship is that they learn to build themselves a little bit differently, right? Bones respond according to the pressure, right? Oh, I need more pressure. However, if you're really thin and you're not getting enough protein or enough material for the bones to build, they will not get stronger, right? So like anorexia just is like ripping your bones out, stripping your bones of what they need to build strength. Open it up and take it down. Push the floor away. So we want to make sure that we're always feeding our body what it needs, right? Starving your body isn't It's not healthy. Let's put it that way. And I mean, if you need to lose weight, we're talking about a different thing, right? We're talking about something different. But even that, like we still need the body. The best way for our bones and our body is to move a lot. Let's take it in. Move in diverse ways. We're going to roll from side to side. So again, this is to massage out my own back from all that travel. You can let out some sounds. Tell your body, this is okay. I can relax. I can let go. You can also tell it yum, like with an sound, giving yourself the information that you are safe enough to let go of some of the tension you might be holding on to. Massaging out the back body, strengthening the bones by just changing the relationship to gravity and giving them some compression in a different way. This is one reason why sleeping in really soft beds probably not great for your bones, right? We want to have a little bit more information coming back. All right, so from here, we're going to bring it in all the way onto one side, and then we're going to unfold, opening through the middle, and fold it on the other side. Very gentle. Doesn't have to be your biggest, most excellent stretch yet, but maybe it is. But just opening and closing. Opening, 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 and closing, closing, closing. Unfolding in this body half manner as we're rolling from side to side, meaning one half is opening and unfolding, then the other half is opening and unfolding. One half starts to close in, the other half starts to close in. So we're also working a coordination here. And then we're going to change it. We're going to be easy still. We're working really soft and gentle in our body for right now. Opening and closing, massaging through your hips again, but laying down. So this is a very different relationship here in my spine as I'm doing this roll side side, letting my knees completely open through the middle. So inner thighs are not clamping shut. If you have a history of sexual trauma, there's probably a good chance that your inner thighs do a lot of extra work to stay closed, to protect you, right? So just saying, every once in a while, let them open up. Tell them you're safe enough to open and close without any trauma. Repatterning your body to feel safe within itself, right? Hi. Yeah, maybe it's safe, but maybe a big cat's gonna come sit on you. Hi. All right. Let's come in. We'll do the cat exercise. It's called petting the cat. This is really good for your own heart. Of course, it's only going to last a second. I'm going to have to dump him off. We're going to do some pelvic lift. You could stay right there, buddy. Lifting your pelvis. So inhale, press up, working the back of your body. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, unfolding. Hips go high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale down. For those of you who don't know, this is Lord Gaylord. He's part of the aristocracy in the house, also known as the Buddy or the OB, the original Buddy. Good. Press it up and make big circles with your hips. Feel your toes connected to the floor. Feel the ball of your foot connected to the floor. He's going to try and get up there even with this all happening. Or maybe not. Change direction, go the other way. He's like, I feel pretty sure I could do this. All right, come on. Sometimes, sometimes you have a wait. Oh, buddy, I missed you too. All right, you're gonna go up. You're gonna knees open and then knees closed. Knees open, knees closed. Inhale, exhale. He's purring. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and bring it down. Taking your hands on your knees, you're going to make circles with your knees. Again, teaching that ball and socket joint to hydrate and be strong, right? Strengthen and hydrate. Oh, buddy, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how we're going to get exercise class with you right there. All right, we're going to do the ball. So I'm going to grab my ball, and if you have anything weighted, if you have a small cat that you can carry around your body that won't scratch you, you could use that. No, don't use your cat. Circling around your body. I'm going to knock my knees together, toes are slightly turned in, making a circle around my body. I'm letting this really massage out the space between my shoulder blades. And again, this is building bone density. When we are moving with extra weight, we're helping our tissue and our bones learn what it needs to do to support our body, right? So this is physical support, circling around. What is it? Dr. Vonda Wright, I believe. She's like, I'm going to need you to bash those bones. You got to do hard things. You got to lift stuff. You got to jump. So you want to have weight. If you are older and have been thin your whole life, you might not have the strongest bones, right? Not, you might have strong bones. I'm not trying to say, but if you've gone through any period of anorexia, bulimia, or actual hunger, then your bones might have gotten robbed of some of that density. So we can strengthen them again. We just want to be really gentle. Bringing your feet together, legs together, just one leg, knees stay even. Inhale, open. Exhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale. If you don't have a weight, just use your hands. Just come up and down. Go hunting in your garden for a stone. Doesn't have to be very big. Don't hurt yourself by dropping it on your head. All right, we're going to come up a little higher if possible. Once my knee and the ball get close together, I just keep riding up towards my foot. Inhale down, exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming up. Last one. And relax. Put your ball down. Open your arms wide. Open your chest. Just turn your head from side to side, telling your body that it's safe. Right? When we're holding trauma in our bodies, we haven't had the chance to release it. And it could be anything. Something happened and it really scared me, and I had all this terror in my body, and I never got the chance to process that terror. Then we want to let our bodies. Sometimes our bodies can do a lot of processing without the story. Like I can shake it out. I can shake, 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 let it go, like voluntarily. So we're just going to do a little shake out. Very gentle. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. We're not trying to throw whatever's in there out of us. We're just gently softening it, like just gently giving it some movement. Let the breath out, especially for the older, I'm going to say older ladies. It might be true for the older men, but I know that my mom's generation tends to hold it in. So let's let it out. Let's let it go. What do I mean by older ladies? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking probably people maybe after 75, that generation. So I guess those are baby boomers. Um, yeah, there tends to be a lot of holding in with the breath. Let some of it come out. If you feel like tension, just see if you can exhale. Sometimes people feel like they can't inhale because they're holding too much and they need to exhale first. All right, hands down by your sides. Legs up, circles, as big or small as feels good for you. I'm going to start small and then get bigger. I'm spiraling into a more open position. I got to check my relationship with these plants. They're a little too close. If you want to peel your butt off the floor, you can, right? You can make this as big or small as feels good in your own body. What are the needs in your body right now? And every day is a different day in your body. Oh, hello. Got the Gaylord back. Hi. He's like, are you really here? I'm just not sure. Yes, I'm here. Last one. Relax. We're not going to do the reverse of that today. Sometimes it's good that we do both the one way and the other way, and sometimes it doesn't matter that much. With those things, it's we definitely want to be even from right to left, but whether we circled inside or outside doesn't matter so much. I've got a camper who keeps camping on me. So let's just do something for him. Big arms up. You're going to exhale, pet the kitty, come down. It's a big arm circle. Inhale, open. Inhale, open. If you don't have a furry loved one and you want one, imagine that you're petting a kitty, a little hairy kid. Change direction. We're not going to pet him backwards, but we're just going to change the direction. So with the rotator cuff and the different directions of arm circling, we are doing both. So we did the leg circles, now we're doing these arm circles. Feel how your humerus is connected up into that ball and socket joint, right? So it's really supported by your collarbone, your scapula. There is a rhythm between those bones. There's a relationship into your pinky down to that base of your scapula. So just take your hand. My hand is kind of spiraled up there. I can touch my pinky. I can run my hand down the outside and find the base of my scapula under here, the little triangular bottom of my scapula. And then I can move it around and just feel into that relationship. Try it on the other side. Pinky, go down the outside all the way, keep going to slide it in. See if you can find the base of your scapula. Should be like a little V, the bottom of that big bone, your shoulder blade, and move it around. Feel it moving. Move your hand more across, open it out. Gaylord's blocking the move that I want to do. Gaylord, let's just go this way. I'm going to open my arms out and then spiraling from side to side. Again, massaging through my back. If you want to make this harder, which I definitely do, you go with straight legs. Pushing the floor away, using your arms and your back. Right now, I'm turning my head in the same direction so that I don't hit anything. You could turn your head away from it if you wanted to. All right, let's take that to roll us over onto hands and knees. From the hands and knees position, curl your toes under in the back, arch, tops of the feet to the floor, push and curl. Inhale, I'm going to bend my elbows slightly. I'm pulling like I'm going to pop forward and through, and then push, curl, and round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. I'm going to walk my knees back a little bit and make big circles with my pelvis. So knees are a little further back, big circles. Again, we're teaching that ball and socket joint to have some spaciousness and some strength. We are also letting our spine mobilize, head-tail connection mobilizing. We're not trying to lock anything up here. Change direction. There's stability from our hands and knees being on the floor. Our body is mobilizing, right? There's always a balance of stability and mobility in any exercise. Good. Let's come in. Let's go with opposite arm to leg. Let's stay with one diagonal. So I'm going to go right hand, left leg for 10. Out and in. Going 1. Inhale, open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing it to the other diagonal. Left arm, right leg. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open your hands wide, circles with your chest, down to the floor and up. Again, freeing up the spine, freeing up the diaphragm, lungs and heart, mobilizing. Change direction, push the floor away. Good, let's take it into a child's pose. Just wiggle a little bit in your child's pose. Free flow your head and neck. Let your head drop so that there's some release of control in the back of our neck. If you need to put something under your head to drop it to the floor, put something underneath. But if you can just relax it down so that it's touching the floor, relax it down. Forehead massage on the mat and roll it up. You know how like PFAS, all the like plastics that are in everything, these guys, right? And you know how easily these things fall apart. Like, anyway, what's wrong with the ground? We used to do stuff on the ground, right? I mean, in dance class growing up, we never had a mat to do all of our work on. We did it on the floor. Anyway, plastic. I'm not going to solve that right now, but I'm just going to point it out. Bend both knees. So your knees are bent, hip is on the floor. Inhale up, exhale spiral, looking under your armpit. Inhale lift, exhale come down. Up, spiral, open, lower. Press it up, twist, lift, and lower. Up, spiral, lift, lower, up, twist, lift, lower, up, spiral, lift, lower. 3 more. 2. Different relationship to gravity, right? I'm on my side. Switch the legs around to the other side. Coming onto the other side on your elbow. Draw your shoulder in so it's not like this. It's really pushing down. Engaging your pecs a little bit and your lats, especially your lats. Your lats are doing the work to draw that shoulder blade down. Here we go. Inhale up, spiral, lift, and lower. Up, twist, lift, lower, up, spiral, lift, lower, up, twist, lift, lower, up, twist, lift, lower. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Use your breath. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Let's come up. Let's open into a straddle. We're going to do just a couple more things for our side body, our quadratus lumborum muscles in there. Elbow trying to go to the floor behind your knee. If you're tighter and sitting in a straddle like this is really hard, bend your knees. Good. Coming up. Open it up. Big side stretch. Hang out. Breathe into it. Reach out through that opposite leg. So opposite leg is lengthening. Like I could totally just drop down into it, but I want to get the stretch through my body with my sit bone on the floor. Face your leg. Walk it into center. Roll it up. Side stretch. Face your leg. Center. Roll it up. Rotate your legs in and out. Again, we're working all of that tissue and that uh, femur head up into the hip socket. All of this movement is teaching it. Let's bring it in a little bit, turn it in and out. This is for Georgina. Getting that internal and external rotation. Gaylord's like, it's also for me. All right, we're going to stand again. So coming up to standing, you know I love standing and getting down to the floor, but we want to get a little further with that vestibular exercise that we started a little while ago. I'm going to have a sip of water, enjoy the cat. All right. So what the exercise is, you can hold the wall if you need it, hold a chair, hold anything. I'm going to come onto one leg and I'm going to turn my head from side to side, just taking in the room, right? The hard part is balancing. You can hold your arms slightly in front of you if you want to. When you feel like you've got it on this one leg, or when you've done it 3 to 5 times, change it to the other side. Pick up the other leg, turning your head from side to side, looking around you. If this is a piece of cake, try it with your eyes closed. All right, coming onto the first leg again, this time looking down and up. Woo! Don't worry if you're falling over. I am too. This is challenging. Switch it to the other side whenever you're ready. It's just your little guys. Did you see them? Switch it to the other side whenever you're ready, looking down and up. And then the last one, come back to the first side, tilting your ear towards your shoulder. You can also do this with your hands on your hips. Woo! Feel how much work your foot and your ankle are doing. Switch it to the other side after you've done it for a little while. Like once I feel like I've kind of got it, or if I've done it like 3 or 4 times, I'm like, okay, that's enough. I switch. Getting that information from your head down to your foot about balance. Okay, just shake it out for a second. We're going to do another balance thing. You could do this here, right? Just letting yourself surf the air in any way. Imaginary wave going both directions, surfing. That's our one version with 2 legs on the ground. Other version is 1 leg on the ground and all 3 limbs moving around, crossing midline, trying different things. I'm just going to move forward. I've got the cat. I don't like to do it on the mat. I like to be on a harder surface to do this. You can really reach it out, see where you can go, try different positions, change it whenever you're ready, right? So we have 3 free limbs traveling through space in any way, throwing us off of vertical to get this challenge so that our whole body is working in this patterning together, right? It's free form patterning, maybe a little chaotic, but we want to give our body this opportunity to feel what that's like, being safe. All right, coming in. We're getting towards the end. We've been here a long time. Kingston Animal Hospital is calling me because there was a whole drama involving a bat in the house, cats, potential rabies shots. So one of the cats is going tomorrow, and the rest of them will get their rabies shot all before, but it's been a little while. Pretty sure nobody got bit by the bat. However, you never know. Let's come into a push-up. I'm going to do a push-up, and then I'm going to pop my knees off the floor. Hello, Gaylord, and press it up. Going for a set of 10 to 12. I'm doing a tricep push-up with my elbows close to my side. You could do this against the wall if you need to. Four more. Take it into a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. A little extra hamstring stretch. Walk it in. Let your head hang. Bend your knees. Let your body hang. Shake your head no. Nod yes. Roll it up through your spine. Coming all the way up to the top. Inhale, open. Exhale. Anyway, the vet thing involved not being able to get one of the cats into a carrier and the cat missing its appointment while I was gone, right? Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Don't worry, we are all safe as best we know. Yeah, so excitement in the Hudson Valley. All right, TV Land viewers, let me have a quick look at you. There is most likely no one in TV Land. Oh, but there was someone there. Jerome and Sugarette. I can't pause that. Oh, why is it doing that to me? There we go. All right. Oh, my thing is about to die. Let me get back to the Zoom, turn it off. Live stream is